What up, my dudes? Welcome to Out of Character. I'm your host, the Faulty GM, and today we are going to be talking the My 30 Day World Challenge. So it's been a while since I did one, I think. Um, the reason being I was at Anime Boston last weekend, and I had my brother and my friend up, so I couldn't really make videos with them here. But Anime Boston's over, PAX is around the corner, so I'm trying to get some of these videos out. So this video will probably be a compilation of a few questions. Instead of me doing one question per video, I'll do a few questions in one video. So that being out of the way, um, if you're wondering if for whatever reason you've missed all the other videos, the hashtag My 30 Day World Challenge is something that Tim Carney posted up. Tim Carney, he and his brother James are part of Tabletop Terrace. Check out their channel if you haven't. And there's also Absolute Tabletop. They are a publishing company. I'm a part of the Absolute Tabletop Facebook group, which is where people post about their games and all kinds of other stuff. If you're not a part of that group, you should join it. But they have a Kickstarter going on right now for a Dead Man's Guide to Dragon Grin. I will leave a link to their Kickstarter and to the image for the My 30 Day World Challenge in the description down below. So, with that being said, let's get started. So, the first question that we're going to answer is it is, what is the cosmology of your world, other planes? Question mark. So, the cosmology of my world, if I'm thinking of the right word, I'm imagining that cosmology means like what is the gods, the makeup and stuff like that of your world. So, um, the story that pretty much everybody knows, all seven races, some of them might have their little twist on it, subtle things, but the ones that the humans tell at least, um, is that the world was created by the All Mother. The All Mother created the world, and then she whispered life into the world. And when she was done, she called the name of the world. And when she called that name, uh, six beings answered her call. And these six beings she would bring to heaven, and they would become the first of the new gods. Now, each of these gods were jealous of one another. They all wanted the love of the All Mother. And so they fought with one another, but not in a physical way. What they did was they tried to outdo one another. So each of them created life. And in order to prove that their creation was better than the others, they all put their creations through some test or gave their creation some abilities. One of the gods told his creations to shed their skin, and they did. And to prove how loyal they were to him. Others told their children to create magnificent creations in their name, and they did. Others, they sent war to go to war with all the other creations to prove that they were the strongest, and so on and so forth. And so, through their challenges to their creations, the world that the All Mother had created became nothing but black chaos. And then because each time these gods would propose these findings, they would say, "Look at what I have done to my creation." The All Mother would say, "I love you just as much as I love all the others." And each time they would do it, she would say the same thing. And so eventually, their jealousy turned into hatred for one another, and all of the gods went to war. They fought one another, and their blows responded and resounded into the actual world itself of Bellmar, and the world would be torn asunder. And the All Mother went to the world and looked upon her creation and wept. And through her tears, one of her children responded. But it wasn't one of the six, it was a seventh that she had never seen before. And the seventh was named Salvia. And when she asked Salvia how she could hear her, Salvia told her that she had always heard her, but it was only that she didn't want to leave the other creations that the All Mother had created to go to heaven with her. So she remained here and protected them from the other gods in their wrath. And so the All Mother looked upon her and saw kindness and saw genuine love and appreciation for things that Salvia herself had never created. She saw a genuine love for the All Mother and her creations, and so the All Mother, turned to her other creations and said, "You are banished from heaven. And since you all want to be loved by me so much, if you can get these creatures that you have created, all of these creatures, to love you and only you, you will come, I will accept that child and I will love them more than I will love the rest of you. And only they will be permitted to come back to heaven." And then she left and returned herself to heaven, the other gods banished from the place that they had lived their lives for most of eternity. And that's pretty much the cosmology there. So are there other planes? Yes. The other plane is heaven. So pretty much there's the world of Bellmar, and then there is heaven. And the heaven is where the All Mother dwells and watches, assumably, the other creatures. It is proposed that there are other gods that live in heaven, elder gods, similar to the All Mother, beings that control time and space and so on and things like that. But a lot of these interpretations also say that those are just other aspects of the All Mother, and that the All Mother is a singular being, and that her gods, her children, are other gods. So the other gods pretty much are on Earth, except for Salvia, who was murdered. The other gods are on Earth. They pretty much rule over their nations. Their creations are pretty much um, so their creations are pretty much their children almost, right? Their creations are connected through magic through them. Um, so most of them are almost like required or bred to love or worship that god. So all the gods, however, don't necessarily understand how love works, since they have only ever really received love, and they have never really had to give love in order to receive it. The All Mother loved them all unconditionally, so it didn't matter what they did. So they don't understand how to get the other species to love them, and so they pretty much do it through force. They want uh, their creatures to go out and convert the other gods' creatures, and the other gods are doing the same. And so there's this never-ending war that's going on in Balmar because of this. Um, so this is actually turning into a little bit of a long video. So what I'll do is I'm going to finish this question, and then I will do the next two questions in the next video. But yeah, that'll do it for now, guys. Hopefully that's interesting. Yeah, let me know what about you guys' cosmology in your world, and if there's any other planes there too. And like I said, check down in the description down below. For the 30-day challenge if you guys want to get in on it. If you have any videos to your things, put them in the link below. Yeah, so this has been Out of Character. I'm your host, Faulty GM. Peace.